waiting. It is a waiting game now, and it's all day today in this 270-kilometre race. We've been waiting for that final ascent of the Oude Kwaremont and the Paterberg and wondering whether it might kick off before that. It has kicked off before that, but all that's done is filter down the very best riders to kick it off on the Oude Kwaremont and the Paterberg. Every one of these riders surely needs to fear Mathieu van der Poel, perhaps except Mads Pedersen in a final sprint. But looking at the fact that Wout van Aert has come onto the Oude Kwaremont first, I think we can say that today has been a brilliant bounce back from what happened midweek at the Vlaanderen. Well, let's not forget, he was second. Watch the legs, watch the cadence of Tadej Pogacar, watch the gap back to Mads Pedersen, because it's cracking open already, I think. There's a little gap to Pedersen. Watch him, because I think Sturben's also in trouble, and we're going to see it. We're boiling up the two best riders in the race, and Wout van Aert is seeing them go past him. Tadej Pogacar now turning it on. What has Mathieu van der Poel got well left? I think he's in his big gear there. He is really pressing on the pedals to try and stay with Tadej Pogacar. There's a bike length gap. Can he take more? What can Mathieu van der Poel do to stay with the world champion? It's cracking open, Hunt. Done. It is done. You're absolutely right, John. Mathieu van der Poel is turning squares and Tadej Pogacar's turning silky smooth circles. Mathieu van der Poel looks back. Tadej Pogacar's riding clear. Is this it in this year's Tour of Flanders? Tadej Pogacar going for his second win, and Mathieu van der Poel vying today to become the greatest male rider in the history of this, the greatest of all one-day classics. Look at this. Look at the crowd who know it on the Oude Kwaremont. We're not even onto the Paterberg yet. It could yet come together again in the gap in between. How easy does Tadej Pogacar look? Over the top of the Oude Kwaremont. Look at the crowd there. What a day out they've had, and they're seeing the world champion in his rainbow bands riding past them now and looking like he might be riding clear to victory, because if there is any hesitation behind now between those that chase, the day is over on the final ascent, the third and final ascent of the Oude Kwaremont. Look at that crowd, and look at Tadej Pogacar riding clear. They cannot hesitate now in this second group. What a comeback from Wout van Aert. This is his best day on the road bike this year. There is no doubt about that. He's locking horns with his old rival. They battled together, Wout van Aert and Mathieu van der Poel, since they were juniors on the cyclocross fields themselves. And right now they're combining in the chase of one Slovenian rider. One rider who arguably has the position to become one of the greatest racing cyclists of all time. At the moment he's riding towards his second victory in the Ronde van Vlaanderen. I said at the beginning of the day that Mathieu van der Poel has only ever won this race on even years. This is an odd year, and he might yet win it yet, because the gap is not massive. This is going to back right off here. He's going to really enjoy this, Tadej Pogacar. He can see them already behind. He's in that final kilometre. He's got 400 metres to go, and the smile is growing for Tadej Pogacar. He's going to milk the crowd, but he doesn't need to, because they recognise a massive champion of our sport. If he is on a mission to complete cycling, this is just another tick, but it's a big one. He is going to win this, the 109th edition of the Ronde van Vlaanderen, and he's going to do it in the rainbow bands in the most spectacular of fashions. He took off on the Oude Kwaremont, and this one, his second win, is mission complete for Tadej Pogacar. With the arms in the air, he takes the crowd, the applause of Oudenaarde, and well he might. Tadej Pogacar, what a sporting superstar. But here it goes. We're going to get a track sprint from this. It's Jasper Stuyven on the front, and Mathieu van der Poel sat in behind him. Wout van Aert. Can Wout van Aert get a fine second place from this situation? And what has Mads Pedersen got left? Who's going to go first? Understandably, it's Stuyven who leads out, but it's going to be Mads Pedersen going first. He takes Mathieu van der Poel with him. It's like Gent Wevelgem from 2 years ago all over again. Can Mathieu van der Poel repeat and get a sprint win over Mads Pedersen? It doesn't look like it. Pedersen's going to take second, Mathieu van der Poel third, and Wout van Aert trying to outdip his old rival on the line for fourth, but I think Wout van Aert taking fourth there as well.